Hi, I'm Leo the Cat with Questions. I'm still sniffing around in the story about David numbering the people in 2 Samuel 24 and 1 Chronicles 21. And I'm still smelling something I don't like there. Gad offers David 3 bad choices. All of them mean people are going to die. For David's sin? Really? Who is Gad hearing from? The Bible tells us some things about God's character. He is love. He does not change. He cannot lie. He does not tempt anyone. He's merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in mercy. The Bible also tells us that Satan, the devil, is a murderer, a liar, and the father of lies. There's no truth. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He's the one who deceives the whole world, and of course, that implies he's the author of confusion. What character does the Lord in Samuel 24 demonstrate? Numbering the people was indeed a sin. Then the Lord tempted David to sin. God doesn't do that. And notice it says in 24:17, surely I have sinned and done wickedly with these people. What have they done? Would a God who is love punish the people for David's sin? This whole setup would seem to come from someone who deceives and murders, not from our Father. What was David's sin? I'm thinking that David's sin was trusting the so-called prophet Gad, and that David should have called out Gad for not representing our Father, and immediately asked our Father to protect his nation from this evil threat. When we hear something, let's test the Spirit. 1 John talks about testing the Spirit, and you can read right here. For some things we hear, I think it's evident that they are not from our Father just based on what is said, because it doesn't line up with the character of our Father. Someone I know very well once heard, this is it, you're going to die, you screwed up, you deserve to die. He thought, that can't be God. He immediately prayed, God, I ask you for a miracle. Here are some questions. Some people think that the God of the Old Testament is different from the God of the New Testament. If God never changes, that cannot be right. What do you think? If the Lord does not necessarily refer to our Father in the Old Testament, then we should more carefully evaluate what the Lord says and does before ascribing it to our Father. What do you think? What do you think David's sin was? Have you ever heard something that you realize was not from God? How do you decide whether something you hear is from our Father?